Sometimes it's best for us to go ahead and swallow our pride, because that pride gonna cause us to lose something we love. When the only thing we gotta do is accept accountability, admit we was wrong, and change whatever it is that's causing the problem.
You may need to realize that your ego is a problem in your relationship. Because this may be the reason why your relationship is declining and failing in the first place. Your ego knows how to protect, reject, and deflect. It does not know how to connect, okay? And you need connection in your relationship for that relationship to actually thrive. Whenever your ego is in the driver's seat, it wants...
You do not get to determine how you made someone feel. If they're coming to you saying, hey, I'm feeling this type of way, shut up and listen.
If you want a healthy and successful relationship, and when I speak of relationship, I'm talking about an intimate one, because we all know that there are, multiple types of relationships. You've got family, you've got friends. You got work relationships. I'm talking about an intimate one, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife type deal. So if you want a healthy, successful relationship, you must, I repeat, you must let go of your pride and ego. Now, this is not just for men. Granted, we know for men, pride and their ego can be a killer, because they just got to hold on to that pride, because they're such a man, and, there are so many things that people can't see them do, and, they just feel like they've got to, be to this certain standard, and that pride kills them, that ego kills them. But women too, we often have pride and ego when it comes down to certain things, and that can definitely, F us up. So I am speaking to both. This is not just for men. This is not just for women. This is for both. This is for anyone who wants to be in a healthy and successful relationship, intimate relationship. Check your pride, check your ego. Leave it outside of your relationship. Like Summer Walker said in Heart of a Woman, you can check your ego, because I left mine at the door, okay? Because that pride and ego, it can create turmoil in your relationship, because it brings about it brings about defensiveness, somebody being defensive, lack of communication, lack of understanding. You're there to battle your pride. You're there to protect your pride and your ego. So you're not trying to actually resolve anything. You're not trying to get to the bottom of something. You're not trying to compromise. You are trying to protect your ego. You are trying to uphold your pride. And once you're doing that, once you're in a battle for that, as opposed to actually fighting for your relationship, it's over. Because you are now, it's you against your partner. You're not working with your partner so that you two can compromise and come to an agreement in order to help your relationship thrive. You're just worried about protecting yourself and your image and, whatever it is that you're trying to protect. But it's all about self. When you're in a relationship, I don't care if it's not a marriage. Once you are telling someone that you are with them, that is a commitment. You are committing yourself to them, especially if that person is committing themselves to you. Because now you're creating a false hope if you're not doing that. If you're still all about self, you're still all about me, I got to do what's best for me. Then why are you in a relationship with someone? You can't be in a relationship with someone and say, I. At what point does the relationship become a relationship and it's we? A relationship is not a bond or something between one person, with one person. It's a bond between one or more people, like yourself and someone else, not just yourself. And I know a lot of people don't understand that because if you go to, let's say you go to your partner and you're like, hey, I don't like the way you are, just whatever. I don't like the way your friends talk about me. I don't like, and then instead of them trying to see it from your point of view and understand your side, understand where you're coming from. Instead of them doing that, they say, oh, you shouldn't feel a certain way. Oh, it's not about that. Instead of them trying to understand you, they are accusing you. You have now become the villain when you were the one that was hurt. And, you know, so it doesn't work well in relationships. Pride and ego doesn't work well in relationships. And 9 times out of 10, the reason why they flip the script to make you, like when you bring it to your partner and then you become the villain, it's because they are trying to protect their own ego and pride. I know you are not trying to tell me what X, Y, and Z. You know, it's things like that. And that creates resentment in relationships. That creates your partner not feeling safe. Pride and ego takes away safety, security. It's a recipe for disaster in relationships. Pride and ego has no room in relationships. Okay, I don't know how else to say it. Like, pride and ego have no room in relationships. I'm not saying you cannot stand up for yourself. I'm not saying that you can't think that you are the bomb. I'm not saying you can't think highly of yourself. I'm not saying any of that stuff. I'm saying that when your partner or you and your partner come together to try to resolve a conflict, and in the midst of that conflict, all you can think about is, I'm protecting myself. I'm going to do what's best for me. I. That is your pride and that is your ego. And that is not good for a relationship. That is what I am saying. I am not saying that you cannot have pride in what you do and who you are and what you value. I am not saying that you can't do that. I am saying that when that pride and that ego takes forefront of your relationship when it comes to resolving things, that is the problem. Pride and ego cannot be at the forefront of resolving. It's not at the forefront of resolution. It's not at the forefront of, you guys getting to the bottom of a conflict. It's not. You can't have it. Okay, simple as that. Get rid of, like I said, like Summer Walker said, check your pride. Okay, because I left mine at the door. I'm just saying, if your partner brings something to you, just, be a partner. It's that simple. Be a partner. Hear them out. Hear what they have to say. Place yourself in their shoes and ask yourself, why would they be bringing this to me? What is it that I have done, or what is it that, why did they come to this conclusion? Why did they come to why are we here at this point? I am not saying that it is always your fault. I'm not saying you're the reason why, but it's just a matter of being just trying to understand your partner and why they may be coming from that perspective. And even if you don't understand it or you don't agree with it, even then you still don't have to, like, the way you respond to your partner makes a big difference too. Just because you don't agree with something or you don't like it, when you respond in a negative way, when you respond, with manipulative tactics and threatening tactics, and not saying threatening the person's life or anything, you threatening, the relationship, I'll leave, or, things like that does not help your relationship. Your partner starts to resent you. Your partner they don't feel safe. They don't feel secure. They don't feel like they can come to you with problems or with how they feel, when, you know, your partner, man and woman, should be able to go to their partner to tell them, you know, what's on their mind openly, without feeling judged, without feeling like they're going to be chastised or anything like that, you know. Yeah, I said a lot to say. Just leave the pride and the ego, okay? Leave the pride and the ego out, you know. Just leave it out of your relationship.